Good day. I'm Dr. Eunice NUD. I'll be taking the course Principles of Food Science and Technology. The course code is HSM 221 and NUD 221. I'm taking both Home Science and Management, Nutrition and Dietetics, Fisheries, AFM, and FWF this course. Thank you. Well, by way of definition and introduction, we'll be looking at definition and scope of food science and technology, food and its functions, food poisoning and its preventions, principles of food processing and preservation, deterioration and spoilage/contamination of foods. What is food science? Food science is the study of the physical, biological, and chemical makeup of food. When we talk about biological, that is inclusive of microbiological. Food scientists and technologies apply many scientific principles, including chemistry, engineering, microbiology, epidemiology, nutrition, and molecular biology to study food and to improve safety, nutrition, wholesomeness, and availability of foods. Depending on the area of specialization, food scientists develop ways to process, preserve, package, and store food according to industry and government specifications and regulations. Consumers think of vast arrays of foods and research and development that has resulted in measuring tasty, nutritious, safe, and convenient foods. What food science is not? Usually, there's a misconception that food science is catering, food science is nutrition, food science, has to do with cooking. Yes, food science is related to all these areas that I have mentioned. Food science is not nutrition. While some food scientists may focus on making foods more nutritious or determining what components of foods provide health benefits, nutrition and food science are actually very different. Food science is not cooking. Although food scientists may play a large part in making sure food tastes good, they are not chefs. They do, however, share a common objective to prepare and present food that will deliver satisfaction to the consumer and do it in a safe, healthy, and cost effective way. Food science is not food service. Most of the employees we see on the front lines of a restaurant or food service industry, uh, the directors of food safety, and those developing new food product development, food, those developing new food products in food industries or restaurants, however, are most likely to be food scientists. So, what is food science? Food science is the study of the nature of foods to ascertain or to make sure that food is delivered to consumers in safety, with safety in place. That is, foods are supposed to be delivered to consumers wholesome. Scope of food science and technology. Food technology is the application of the principles and facts of food science, engineering, mathematics to the processing, preservation, storage, and utilization of foods. Food science deals with the acquisition of new knowledge to elucidate the reactions or changes occurring in foods, whether natural or induced by handling procedures. Food science and technology are so inextricably linked that they are usually treated as one field of study in the universities. So most of the times we have the course food science and technology as a course of study in most universities. Food science and technology, what it is all about. Food science and technology is developed as a discipline to systematically and organize and link the various kinds of knowledge which are necessary to inform human activity in food handling, processing, distribution, and marketing. Food science draws on research and applies principles and practices from a broad spectrum of applied and basic sciences, including biology, botany, bacteriology, microbiology, mycology, chemistry, which includes biochemistry, physical, analytical, and organic chemistry, physics, which includes rheology, thermodynamics, cryogenics, radiophysics, ultrasonics, nutrition, psychology, in brackets, sensory behaviors, medicine, we look at metabolism, toxicology, heart diseases, and economics. Food technology applies the principles and concepts of engineering to problems of handling and processing and studies the interrelationships between the properties of materials and the changing methods of handling and manufacturing them. The food business and food technology are practically inseparable. Food science and technology encompasses the following major areas of specialization. One, food chemistry. Food chemistry is the study of the composition of foods, their properties, and how they interact with each other and their environment. It also includes food analysis, which is subdivided into two main areas, qualitative and quantitative analysis. The former, which is qualitative analysis, involves the determination of unknown constituents of a substance, and the latter concerns the determination of relative amounts of such constituents. The major chemical classes of foods are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and other components are minerals and vitamins. Food microbiology is a scientific study of microscopic organisms and their effects in food. Bacteria and fungi are typical examples of the organisms that are of focus when we talk about food microbiology. Bacteria are of a major importance in the food industry because, on the one hand, it can cause food spoilage and foodborne diseases. That is, they can be pathogenic, which can also be controlled. On the other hand, they can be beneficial, improving flavor and nutrition of our foods. Bacteria contributes to the fermentation, that is, chemical breakdown of many dairy products that people eat every day. And in that case, it is considered to be beneficial. Take, for example, yogurt. Yogurt is considered a healthy food drink and is produced by bacterial fermentation of milk. The bacteria produces lactic acid, which turns the milk sour, hampers the growth of disease-causing bacteria, and gives desirable flavor and that results to yogurt. Cheese is also produced by fermentation. First, bacteria is First, bacteria ferments milk sugar to lactic acid. Then cheesemakers can introduce various organisms to produce flavors they desire. The process is complicated and may take several months or years to complete, but it gives cheese their characteristic flavor. Fungi. Fungi is a combination of molds and yeast. Fungi can be single-celled, that is in the case of yeast, or a multicellular organism in the case of molds, that grows without chlorophyll to produce and reproduces by spores and lives by absorbing nutrients from organic matter. Thousands of different types of fungi grow from substances such as soil, wood, decaying organic matter, living plants, and other organic matter. So this brings us to the topics that will be treated in week one. Subsequently, we'll continue from here. Thank you.